Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, Brandon here with another great business to discuss on this episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. Today's guest is Zach, and he's selling his Amazon FBA business on the Empire Flippers marketplace. So welcome to the show, Zach, and how are you doing today?
Hi, Brandon. It's good. Thanks for having me on the call.
Yeah, it's really great to have you on the call today. I'm excited to talk to you about this business you've created. But before we get into the details, let's go into a quick summary. It is an Amazon FBA business in the automotive niche, and it was created in March 2019. The average monthly revenue for the business is $37,330 and makes an average of $8,491 per month in net profit. For everyone listening, you can visit the empireflippers.com/marketplace URL and search for listing 47488 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing and start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So now that I've given a general overview of the business, included in the sale are 2 SKUs, a trademark, an email list with over 1,085 subscribers, a mini chat account, Facebook account, SOPs, supplier contracts and relationship, and it is worth noting that inventory is not normally included in the list price, and the Amazon listings for this account will be included as a listing transfer, and further details can be provided to active buyers. So, Zach, can you tell me a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Yeah, sure. So we started selling on Amazon since 2017. So back then, we weren't really too familiar about Amazon and stuff because we're just getting started. So we launched our first product back in 2017 just to test the whole platform, just to take a look about how the whole Amazon seller landscape works. So we only got serious selling on Amazon since 2019. We launched our winning product and we scaled our business from 2019 to about 2020 right now. So we did most of our scaling only last year. So what we do is we plan to scale this business and exit in a 1-year mark because we realized that we want to branch out to a different niche. So we are in the automotive niche right now, but we realized that we were better off building a brand in the sports and outdoor niche. So we're looking to sell off this business to reinvest the profits, the capital back into a different niche. So that's how we really got started back in 2017, but we only got serious about 2019 or so.
Okay, that makes sense. And then now, how did you get the idea to get started in the automotive niche? Was it something that you were already researching products with on other projects?
No, we found this product actually through a software, right, called Viral Launch. So we saw that the numbers were good. There's quite a lot of opportunity back then. So we decided to just give this product a shot. So from there on, we just built an automotive brand, but realized that we're more passionate in the sports and outdoors brand. So we plan to branch out to the different niche, different category once we exit this business.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And then, so why is it that you've decided you want to sell the business at this time, Zach?
All right, so the reason why we want to sell is because, again, we want to build a brand, right? It's a 1-year mark, the minimum requirement for Empire Flippers. We scale a business, there's still a lot of room for growth and stuff, but we want to focus more on our time and energy effort to a different niche. Therefore, we plan to sell it off so that we can focus more effort on the other different categories.
Okay, that makes sense. And then is there anything that you learned while you were growing this business that you plan on applying to these other brands in the sports and outdoors niche?
I would say we'll just use all the experience and build a long-term brand, right? Like we learned through these years of selling on Amazon is that we always want to build a brand, not just sell a product, right? So for this automotive, we also build a brand. What we plan to do is to just build a long-term brand once we enter the sports and outdoor niche. We're not just selling random products. Thus, we are planning to build a long-term brand and eventually just build a strong presence online.
Okay. And then, you mentioned building a brand and making sure that's an important factor in your business model. Was there anything that you tried with this business and it just didn't give you the ROI that you were expecting?
Not really. This business right now, the automotive brand we have is a good ROI. Cash flow so positive. Margins are also good. Just that we want to change to a different niche. That's why we plan to sell this.
Okay. And then, Zach, so where does the majority of your traffic come from then? Is it mostly coming from Amazon organic search, or are you running a few PPC ad campaigns to the listings as well?
Okay, so right now, most of our traffic comes from just Amazon, right? We used to do some Facebook ads initially to rank and launch the product. Right now, almost I'll say 99% is from Amazon itself. So we are doing also some PPC campaigns, but then the sale and organic sales versus PPC sales is about 50-50 because we want to stay aggressive and we want to maintain our rankings and stuff. So I'll say, yeah, majority is Amazon's traffic.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And, having a 50-50 split between organic and PPC, you can obviously, optimize your ads and your campaigns and kind of play around with those numbers if you choose. So what is it that you're doing in terms of marketing then? I see that you have a large email list and you mentioned that you're doing some Facebook ad, campaigns. Are you doing anything else in terms of marketing?
Okay, so right now we're focusing more on just PPC on Amazon platform. We're optimizing for profits. We're just tweaking the bits and stuff every other 2 weeks. So we didn't really monetize our email list. We only collect them through product inserts. So basically we have inserts in our Amazon product that customers can just go to this link that leads them to our messenger. Right. So we collect all the email lists and stuff yet, but we haven't really monetized the new emails that we got from the inserts. Right. So there's a opportunity over there to monetize. Just we haven't really focused our efforts there yet. We are still just focusing most of our efforts on PPC campaigns through Amazon platform.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And, that's a great opportunity for a buyer to come in and has a little bit of knowledge with email marketing and really capitalize on, that avenue stream or that revenue stream anyways. Now, hypothetically speaking, Zach, if you were to keep this business, what are some of the ways that you would personally try and grow it?
Okay, so we'll launch different variation, right? Because this product we have right here, we only launched 2 variation. So there's other different variants that potential buyer could launch, and this could just scale the business quite quickly. So other thing we'll do is we'll monetize our list because we have about 1,000 subscribers or so in our messenger list. What other buyer can do is you can do some email marketing campaigns, you can do some retargeting and stuff. So you can also just create your own website and you can just drive traffic to your own Shopify store. So that's something that we didn't really do yet. We're focusing more of our efforts on Amazon itself. So potential buyer can consider branching out into having your own website, own dropshipping store, and building a brand offline.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a lot of great opportunities as well for someone to come in and really optimize on the back end. Can you describe some of the typical work that you're doing on a weekly basis on the business at this time?
Okay, so right now we are quite hands-off, right? We spend less than 1 hour a week just to maintain the PPC campaigns using a software. The software automatically spits out the numbers and all we need to do is to literally just enter in the criteria in the software and just tweak the bits every 2 weeks or so. Other than that, we're just maintaining the customer support. Right? If there's any customer question or so, we just answer them, but usually takes less than 5-10 minutes per day. Right? And other than that, we'll just restock the product and that's pretty much it. Yeah, so it's kind of hands-off.
Right. Now, do you have a majority of that work going out to VAs or maybe outsourced help with this business?
Okay, so right now I'm doing everything on my own, right? There's nothing much to outsource because it only takes less than 1 hour a week. Right? We're not scaling and stuff, so everything I'm doing it by myself. If a potential buyer wants to outsource, he or she can outsource the customer support, which takes very little time. But if you really wants totally hands-off, then you can consider just outsourcing the reordering, the customer support to a virtual assistant. It shouldn't take too much time to train them up because it's quite straightforward. All the process that I'm doing right now. All the SOPs are included as well.
No, that's really great to hear that you already have, SOPs ready for the new buyer to take over in case they did want to outsource that work. Now, what do you feel are maybe some of the potential risks that a buyer should be aware of with this business?
Potential risk. I'll say the potential risk is the PPC, right? You just want to make sure you monitor the PPC campaigns every other 2 weeks. Don't just carry it away by leaving it automated. Although it's automated, but you always want to make sure your PPC rankings is good. Right? So just monitor every 2 weeks. Yeah, that's the potential risk. Just make sure you are on top of the competition in terms of PPC and other advertising, basically on Amazon platform.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. And then, Zach, are you willing to commit to a non-compete, meaning any other businesses that you go into outside of this one, you'll stay out of this specific niche?
Yeah, definitely. We are branching out to the sports and outdoor niche. So we are definitely not selling anything, any product in the automotive niche. So we are definitely not competing with the potential buyers.
Okay. No, that's really great to hear. And then how much support are you willing to offer potential buyers? Are you going with the typical 30 days of email and Skype support, or did you have something in addition you would like to add on to that?
Okay, so I'm planning to offer 30 days of email plus Skype support. So anytime the buyer has any questions, anything about the process that he or she is not sure about, make sure I'll answer the question within 24 hours. That's my promise.
Well, that's really great to hear that you're willing to offer that much support. I'm sure any potential buyers that are looking at this business and doing their due diligence can really see the value in that. Now, Zach, are you open to negotiating something like an earnout where you'll receive a large portion of the sales price up front and then smaller payments closing out the deal, several months after that?
Yeah, I'm open to that, but maybe we could negotiate more. We could discuss more when the buyer is keen in taking over the business. I'm open to negotiations.
Okay. No, that's really great to hear that, that's a potential, feature that you'd be willing to incorporate in the deal. So that's great. Now, just a few more sideline questions for you, Zach. Is there anyone who inspired you while you were building or growing this business that our listeners might like as well?
I don't really have much inspiration, right? I just see that the numbers are good and then I just launch the product.
Okay. Was there any online gurus or anyone that you learned how to do online work from, or did you learn everything else on your own?
Okay, so back in 2017, I was figuring everything out on my own. Yeah, I watched videos online, I read articles, but I realized that the more information I read online, the more confused I got. Everyone was contradicting each other. Not some of the gurus are not practitioners themselves. So eventually in 2018, I learned from a mentor back right here in Singapore. I'm based in Singapore. So I learned the ropes of selling on Amazon from this mentor. He's a practitioner himself. He's one of the top 10 based in Singapore. So that's how I learned the ropes of selling on Amazon.
No, that's really great to hear. And then what advice would you give to our listeners that you wish you knew when you started?
Okay, so one advice I would give is that make sure that when you're doing Amazon FBA business, whatever information that you are looking out there, make sure that it's credible because there's a lot of misinformation out there. So whether you're planning to scale this business, whether you're planning to launch more products, regardless, you want to make sure that whatever information you're getting is credible. Make sure that the source, the person writing this information is a practitioner himself. Make sure when you're scaling a business, whatever you do, you know you are going to the right path. Don't just get information from other people. They are not practitioners themselves when you're planning to scale this business. So that's one big advice when doing an Amazon FBA business.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. It's always best to learn how to do a certain task or even, a certain skill set from someone who's practicing it themselves, right?
Yes.
So I completely agree. Now, was there, any software or maybe tools? I know you had mentioned earlier with product research, but what type of software really helped you at the start of building this business?
I'll say the main few software are Helium 10. Right? Helium 10 allows you to do keyword research to see what's the search volume of a particular keyword. They have a software inside Helium 10 called Black Box. It allows you to do product research as well. So I'll say Helium 10 is one of the most helpful tool that helps me with my Amazon journey, right? My Amazon day-to-day process. So Helium 10 is a must-have software. So that's the main software. So the other tool I'll say is Sellix or Sellerbot. They allow you to track your profit and stuff so that you don't have to manually keep the books every single day. Right? So this software allows you to track your profits and loss every single day. And these are the main tools that I use, right? Helium 10 and Sellix or Sellerbot.
Yeah, no, I've heard that quite a bit actually from a few Amazon FBA owners, how they praise Helium 10 has been very helpful to a lot of people running successful FBA businesses. And then Sellix and Sellerbot, have to look that up, but great information as well if you're interested in some software that can help you with your accounting. Go ahead and check that out as well. And why do you think that this business model is great for those who are interested in getting started in online business, Zach?
Okay, so the main reason why the Amazon FBA kind of superior, in my opinion at least, is because of the traffic. So every business, there's two things to take note of: traffic and conversions, right? So if you have a very nice website and stuff, but if there's no traffic, there's no eyeballs going to your website, then it's going to be a huge issue so that you're not going to get sales. So that's the issue with some of the business models out there, right? You have your own website, you're promoting either your own stuff or other people's stuff, but you have to drive the traffic to the website, to the product on your own. Right? So if you're not good at, let's say, driving traffic, you're not good at doing Facebook ads and stuff, then you're going to face a huge issue. For Amazon FBA wise, all the traffic is already on the platform itself. So all you need to do is to basically find a product, launch it to page one, and start getting sales. Right? It's more hands-off. Amazon handles the customer support. Amazon handles the customer service and the logistics and the shipping to customers for you, right? So you are kind of hands off once you launch your products compared to other business models whereby you have to set everything up and then you have to also do the fulfillment yourself for some business models out there, unlike Amazon FBA where everything is automated and handled for you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Having someone on the back end or the platform, Amazon themselves, handling all of the logistics for you. And as you had mentioned, not having to use much of your own sweat equity and workload into, marketing or getting that traffic to your site is very beneficial as well. Now, putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, Zach, why do you think that your business is worth buying?
Well, I would say it's 1 year because it's 1 year old. So there's a lot of growth opportunities, right? So you can still launch multiple products and just scale the business, scale the profits, scale the revenue compared to, let's say, buying a more quote unquote established business whereby the sales is kind of capped already because chances are there's not many things else they can tweak to increase the profits. But for a newer business, there's more growth potential, right? You can launch more variation and stuff. For a more established business, maybe it's kind of harder to have more growth opportunities. That's the main thing about newer businesses, at least in my opinion. There's more growth opportunities.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And, already having something that's established and generating revenue and having, sources of revenue coming into the business is always good to kind of pick up the torch and kind of capitalize on being able to push it to the next level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So that pretty much wraps up the call, Zach. Was there anything else that you'd like to add or share that I might have missed?
Not really, but I'll say if you're a buyer, if you're interested in buying this business, just feel free to drop me a message, right? We can just discuss, we can negotiate. I'm open to negotiations, right? Not everything is a fixed deal. We can always discuss more about things, right? If you are not sure about anything, also feel free to just drop me a message, drop Empire Flippers a message, and we can take on from there.
Yeah, that's great that, you're willing to negotiate with potential buyers and, really make sure that it works for both sides of the party. And that's kind of what we do as well, is we want to make sure everyone's happy. And I'm sure we'll get this listing here sold for you in the next few weeks, Zach. So I really appreciate you coming on the call, and we'll be talking to you very soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me on the call. Talk to you soon, Brendan.
All right. Thank you, Zach, so much. And all right, everyone. So thanks for listening. To learn more and to see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 47488. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about the business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.